Good day, everyone. I'm Patrice, and welcome to Understanding English Pronunciation. Today, we're going to talk about why you have an accent and why it's so difficult for you to improve your pronunciation. Let's begin. There are two reasons why you have an accent, and that's why it is so difficult for you to improve your pronunciation. The first is psychological, that is what's happening in your brain when you speak in English. The other one is physiological, and that is your actual way of producing the sounds and pronunciation patterns in your mouth. Let's see each of them. Okay, number one, the psychological part. This is what's happening in your brain when you speak in English or any new language. Well, in your brain, there is your first language with its own set of sounds and pronunciation patterns which you have been using your whole life, undisturbed and unaltered. It is fossilized there. Then English comes with a different set of sounds and new pronunciation patterns. So what is going to happen? Well, your brain will tend to suppress and replace this new English sound or set of sounds for a similar one already present in your first language. So at the end, you will produce English with the sounds of your mother tongue instead, which of course will sound different or even odd in English. That's why most Chinese English speakers say gooda, gooda, instead of saying good. As in the native language, they have the sound d instead of the English sound d, d. So, good, not gooda. Something similar happens when Arabic speakers say habi, habi, instead of saying happy, happy. That's because the p sound is not present in the Arabic language. Happy, 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 no happy. Or Spanish speakers, when they put an extra e sound at the beginning of certain words. For example, they say school, school, instead of saying school, school. That's because they don't have an initial sound followed by a consonant sound in the language. So, school, school, not a school. On the other hand, when reading, your brain will tend to read the words in accordance with your own mother tongue spelling rules, even ignoring the new English patterns. So at the end, you might produce words in a mix between your own language pronunciation and English, which of course will sound also different or even odd. For example, the word chocolate in English is a two-syllable word with a stress on the first syllable. Chocolate, chocolate. However, this international word has more than two syllables in many other languages. For instance, in Chinese, they say chocolate, chocolate, which makes it a three-syllable word with a stress on the third syllable. Or chocolata, chocolata in Arabic, also with the stress on the third syllable. Or chocolate in Spanish, having four syllables with the stress on the third one. So what is going to happen? Your brain will try to produce more syllables in this word. Chocolate, chocolate, only two syllables. Another example is the word fruit, fruit, which because of its spelling, your brain will try to include the sound of the letter I there, which is mute, saying fruit, fruit, instead of saying fruit, fruit. Or the word laugh, which in English is pronounced as laugh. So your brain will tend to produce this word as loud, loud, because of its spelling, instead of laugh, as in many languages, the spelling pattern of the word laugh should be L-A-F, laugh, laugh. So, as an English language learner, you must understand that English has its own pronunciation features, which are different from your mother tongue. Okay, the second part is physiological, the muscles part. And this happens, of course, inside of your mouth. This is how you position your mouth to produce the language. To produce the sounds and pronunciation patterns, you need, of course, the help of your tongue, teeth, lips, jaw, vocal cords, palate, and your nose. However, in order to have good pronunciation, you have to learn how, where, and the form the English sounds and pronunciation patterns are produced in English, which surely are different from those of your mother tongue. Again, in order to have good pronunciation, you have to learn how, where, and the form English sounds and pronunciation patterns are produced in English, which surely are different from those of your mother tongue. Let's take the word to, for example. So in English we say to, but listen what happens when I use a different sound. To, to. Can you hear the difference? Well, producing the word to with a different sound produces changes in its pronunciation, thus a different accent. In this case, I change the pronunciation of the t sound by positioning my tongue at the front of my mouth, just behind the front teeth, making it sound shorter and less plosive, which is different than the English t sound. In English, we normally position the tip of the tongue up in the alveolar ridge and produce the t sound in a strong plosive form. T, t. So, to. At the same time, you have to learn how different pronunciation patterns are produced in English. For instance, this sentence has two words, the word I, and the word am. But when I say them in English, I don't say I am. No, I say I am. In this case, I am adding an extra E sound to join the two words together. I am. So, in order to reduce your accent and improve your pronunciation, first you have to understand that English has its own set of pronunciation features, which are different from your mother tongue. And second, you need to learn how, where, and the form the English sounds and pronunciation patterns are produced in English, which also are different from your mother tongue. Again, in order to reduce your accent and improve your pronunciation, first you have to understand that English has its own set of pronunciation features which are different from your mother tongue. And second, you need to learn how, where, and the form the English sounds and pronunciation patterns are produced, which also are different from your mother tongue. So my recommendation to you is, when speaking in English, speak English. Do not mix English with your mother tongue. So the question here is, which English should you learn? Well, global Englishes will be our next topic. Okay, that's all for today. See you next time. Bye for now.